I know you wouldn't believe me, so I gotta show you. We actually have, you see right here in the background? Right here in the background, we have a riverwalk.
It's time to change.
I'm on the southwestern section, Belmont, Rockwell, and the river, in cons of Roscoe Village, Chicago. I'm gonna go through 3 or 4 pros and a couple of cons. And in a way, they may not be a con for you, as I, focus on single professionals, couples, and people downside. I am a local realtor working for 10 years, doing my passion of real estate and living in the city for 25. Some of these pros here is transportation options. You have neighborhood bars, which I know is important to many people, to grab that quick drink during the week, decompress. Nature, green space. You can see right here is Richard Clark Park, beautiful park here on the western portion of Roscoe Village. And then we're gonna also talk about any of those local amenities. Hey, real quick, are you seeing value in this video? If you're seeing value, please consider subscribing and liking. Hit that little bell notification so you know of the next video. I'm shooting these videos every week for you. I want to provide value. So hit that bell, subscribe to the channel, and let's go on the rest of the video. So let's talk about transportation. You have bus routes at Western, the 49th,
I'll be right there. Hold on.
the 50th bus route on Damon. The 77th on Belmont, and 152 on Addison. Roscoe Village is served by 2 Brown Line stops, one at Paulina and the other at Addison. What I recommend that everyone does is use the CTA Transit app and the Venture Card app. There's maps in both. Those are lifesavers. You can kind of find your way. There are so many bus stops, folks, that it's best to use those trackers, use the CTA tracker, use that Venture Card. That should get you around. It's wonderful public transportation in Roscoe Village. So let's talk about neighborhood options here. You've got 3 super chill bars in 4 Moon, Four Trays, and a Village Tap. For your sports bars, right at the corner of Roscoe and Damon, you have Commonwealth, and right across the street you have Revel. What I would do, if you're new to the area and you want to join a sports team, contact Commonwealth, because they do have team sponsorships, and they probably connect you with whoever is in charge of the teams to get you on a sports team and play some softball. If you want to do a private party, I would do Reveler. So if you kind of turn around. Time to talk about parks. We have 3 main parks, as you can see right here in the background is Hamlin Park. Felger Park, which is a playground primarily, and Richard Clark Park on the western portion. far as locations, Hamlin is just south of technically Roscoe Village. Felger is on Belmont, and Richard Clark Park is over on the western side, just west of Western. So you have great green space here in Roscoe Village. You got nature, you can hear people singing in the background, and playgrounds. So the biggest local amenity really is the grocery, right? Most people would like to, when you're living in the neighborhoods of Chicago, you want to be able to walk to grocery. So let me give you some of the options here in Roscoe Village. On the western edge, you have Jewel. Think of Jewel as like Publix, Meijer, or H-E-B. I know H-E-B is really big in Texas. So that is our kind of our traditional grocery store. You do have some fresh produce, but mainly your commodities there. And right next to it, on that western edge, is Mariano's, which used to be from the Kroger brand, but Mariano's, Bob Mariano, also has Dom Fresh Market, not in Roscoe Village. But those are the two on the western edge. Whole Paycheck is actually just outside of Roscoe Village on the eastern border. It's really actually Lakeview, but if you're living on the eastern and east Roscoe Village, that would be your number one spot. There is also on Ashland another Jewel. So you got a plethora of options. And oh, by the way, where are the Trader Joe folks at? Just north of Addison is a Trader Joe's. So you've got everything covered within the vicinity of Roscoe Village to grab groceries. So let's talk about a couple of cons. There's always going to be cons in any neighborhood. And from my point of view, proximity to the lake, a lot of people like to live in those neighborhoods where they have quick access, either walking or bike. You can do it, but really you're moving over to Roscoe Village to be a little bit west of the traditional lake, Lincoln Park, Lakeview East. So proximity to the lake. And of course, if you're looking for a high-rise and high-rise living, you're not going to find it in Roscoe Village. So, for example, if you're downsizing and you want to have full amenity high-rise building, you're not going to find it in Roscoe Village. So I wouldn't recommend it. You can find a first floor, or there are some elevator buildings if that's what you need, but you got to be careful because a lot of those first floors are garden units. They're not necessarily bad, but reach out to me, I can explain more. So this has been pros and cons of living in Roscoe Village, Chicago. I am Anant Deoras, AD, local realtor here in Chicago. What you should do now, you should go down below in the description. I've got a lot of great resources, specifically my livinginchicago.net. You can search for homes for sale, because that's naturally what's going to lead to you if you want to move into the area, you're that first timer. Check out, sign up for an account, check out homes, and actually right back here at this elementary school, there is a farmer's market, which I failed to mention, that goes from June to October, middle of June to October. Thanks for watching. Now, before you go, make sure you look on the left and right of your screen. I've got a couple of useful videos. Stay on my channel, keep watching, and subscribe. Take care.